Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, can go ahead now.
Our very own brother, Michael Williams.
The love is what's promoted. And so if we're promoting love, it simply means that we want the best for each other. We want every single one of us to win. Speech is different, right? What is being produced is different. The focus is different, right? So if you should know by now how this business works. Because you have to start there, folks. You have to start there. Because if you don't know what you're involved in, if you don't understand it, well, because I have to believe that some do not understand when they're saying, I logged into my account and I don't see no money. What happened? Still the same. It's the same philosophy, a reasonable speed, right? The road is smooth, right? And sleep. That's how comfortable you are, right? So these have been working and building for 5 years. It's still a new company, right? As far as now we're out there, okay? It's still a new company, folks, like 45 days old, right? Now, did we join ONPASSIVE to have this massive success in 45 days? Did we think that this was going to be a 90-day business? Or were we looking long term? Were we looking that, man, I can't wait to see where we're going to be a year after we've opened our doors, 2 years, 3 years, where we're going to be, how my life will be impacted over that time frame, right? Because that's more realistic. You understand? That's more realistic. You have people that are at a job and they've worked for 40 years, but yet we want to jump into a company and then poof, like magic, oh, here I am, I'm a millionaire today. It just doesn't work like that, does it? But because of the power of the internet, we can speed up our success. We can speed it up. We don't need to be in ONPASSIVE for 40 years, folks, in order to succeed. We don't need to be in ONPASSIVE for 5 years in order to succeed, as far as opening the doors to the public. So it's not going to take 5 years from now for you to have the success that you're looking for. No, it just isn't. And that goes for every single person, everyone. We're only 1.4 million and change at most, right? As far as those who are founding members, those who are the early bird adapters. That's not a lot of people. Not in the big picture, not when there's 5 billion that's on the internet, right? So 1.5 million, that's not much, folks. I'm just excited to see us 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now, and hear all the success stories. That's what I'm excited about, because it is coming. It's not fairy tale. It is coming, right? When the company, works out the kinks with the merchants and commission starts to flow steadily and withdrawals are being received on a regular basis and people are able to make card payments, crypto payments, all these things on a consistent basis. Can you imagine what is going to happen? Can you imagine the buzz that is going to happen? We have to start thinking about that, right? Because that's what's going to happen, folks. People are going to be overjoyed. People are going to be thrilled. People are going to be crying. Tears of joy. When they can go to their children and money is no longer an issue. When they can go to their family members and money is no longer an issue. When they can go to their village, their community, their city, their town, and money is no longer an issue. Right? We heard about cancer awareness, right? Folks, there is so much good that we'll be able to do because of what we'll receive from ONPASSIVE. We'll be able to bless so many lives around the world. Why? Because that's what ONPASSIVE is about. How can we expect people to uplift humanity when they can't even get a few customers? Does that make any sense? No. Right? Doesn't make any sense. So clearly the company is fully aware what it takes in order for you to be in a position whereby you can help uplift humanity. Right? The company's fully aware of that. So we don't need to keep getting those questions. Well, I got 0 team. What's going to happen for me? How come nothing has happened yet? Da, 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 da. Come on, folks. We've passed that. We're moving forward. Right? because we know that everyone is going to be taken care of in due time, right? In due time. It's like when that baby is born, you don't expect that baby to come out running, do you? Right? You don't expect that child as a newborn and they just start, running 10-second flat, 100-meter dash. That's just not realistic. It's not going to happen. That's fairy tale. No one has ever done that. But it takes time. And over time, that newborn becomes a toddler, right? And it continues to grow and continues to develop until that child becomes an adult, right? That's our business, folks. So we've had the first 45 days. Can you imagine what the next 45 days is going to be like? Think about that. Think about once we get through October and go into November, then we get into December before the year is out. How many more success stories will we have? We already have them. But not everyone, of course not. But we're going to have more. And come January and February and March, will we not have even more success stories? The only way we're going, folks, is up. Up. It's the only way we're going, is up. Right? So I want you to be excited. I want you to have that fire burning inside you because of what is to come. The CEO talks about additional bonuses. Right? Folks, if it wasn't true, I wouldn't expect you to believe it. Right? But it's so true, folks. It is coming beyond measure. It is coming. All right. So I'm so grateful for being here with you today. ONPASSIVE is a done deal. It is. All the phrases that you've come to know about ONPASSIVE, it's okay. You don't need to venture into anything. It's when you're not satisfied with your job, right? You're disgruntled and all of that stuff. Then you start looking elsewhere, which makes sense.
Whenever our brother comes, he gives us the information that we need. I hope for those who still have doubts, you were writing notes so you don't turn around and ask the same question again. So thank you very much, Brother Michael, for the updates. I can promise you guys that you are in the best. An opportunity for questions.
It's, I think, Queen Sister Irene, it will be time for updates and then the questions.
I just thought that since we have our brother have a limited time with us today, let's change things a bit. Just question for him. General question discussion, just for what he shared, please. General question discussion will come after update. Just if you have question or
Over to you, Queen Debbie.
Webinar until Wednesday of last week on 360 and in the OES, and also seeing things happening in O Connect. It's fabulous. The last week again, the person who is speaking comes up to the front of the screen. That is another lovely thing that has happened. The His Excellency Dr. Tanai bin Hamid Al. This is on our assumption of what we are seeing, but you are not getting it right. Let us stop assuming what is happening in ONPASSIVE. Let us stop assuming, right? Because especially persons who are presenting or persons who are leading out in webinars, stop assuming and giving assumption of what they think is happening in ONPASSIVE. Flaws, all right? Another glitch is they are not great at responding to you. They are the sweetest to talk to, but they are not our products. Organic will sell like costly, and we are not wanting to pass it to the customer. So we are working on that. Speckled, smooth, ironed out, and the wrinkle is gone before we roll out Odesk or Chopper. My B2B will be rolled out as well once payment processor is settled as well. So make you look like heroes and some diversion. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Everyone enjoyed it. Okay. Okay.